Right, so once again, as you're going through and evaluating these, what you're going to do is turn each of these into corresponding zeros. Anything that is a rational or an imaginary zero has to have a conjugate pair. So root 7i also requires negative root 7i. That's its conjugate pair. And so when you set up your factors here, you have x minus negative root 7i times x minus root 7i. Go to our next, x minus 6, and x minus a negative becomes x plus 6. So here are the factors. We don't know what the coefficient is yet, so we can solve that using the function notation. Okay. Oops. So I'm going to leave this open for right now, and I will get my f of x is equal to. And so I can solve for this unknown here by letting it be a. And then each of my x's I replace with a negative 3. So I'm just going to use this and say x is equal to negative 3 when I evaluate. Okay, and then I'm going to substitute in the 2160 for my y. Okay, so when I look at the calculator for this, I'm going to use the solve feature. I'm going to plug 2160 is equal to a times, and here I'm just going to substitute that negative 3 in. So I have x minus, or sorry, I'm going to leave the variable as it is. So x minus the quantity negative root 7. I, again, if you don't remember, the I is located at second catalog. You have to use that I. It can't be just the letter I from the alpha keys. Okay, so there's my first 0. X minus the square root of 7. Again, I, second catalog. X minus 6. And x minus a negative 6, which is x plus 6. Okay, I'm going to let x equal negative 3, so I'm going to use the with key inserted within this solve feature, and then I want it to solve for a. So I'm finding what my a value is when I do that. Oops. Let me see what I'm missing here. No, I have it explicitly multiplied.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I thought you needed to put it in between each parentheses then.
No, the parentheses it understands.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me see. Yeah. All right. So once I enter all of that, I get my solution. It's a coefficient of negative 5. And so I can plug that in right here, and that would be my answer. Okay, again, as far as this is concerned, if you are looking to write it as a polynomial, and what you might need to do, and I'm just going to adjust this here slightly. So I'm going to now replace my a with the negative 5, and I'm going to expand this. So if I go to F2 Algebra tab, choose Expand, and put a negative 5 here, this would give me my expanded form, which would be negative 5x to the 4th plus 145x squared plus 1260. And so that would be my function if I was writing it out in its polynomial form.